Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to another special edition of the Hockey Nation live show. Welcome, Anthony Mistreda, directly from Toronto. Glad to have my friend here aboard this morning. And also Michael Rosenblatt just showing up. And we have a couple of more people going to come to join us today on a very great program. Now you're going to say, what's going on with you, Coach? You're alone. Where's your co-host? Michael Devellano traveled today from California to New York. He maybe pop up at some point today, but I'm not sure if he's going to be around. But we're going to open the door for sure for Michael when if he possibly will be here. And thank you, NHL. It was great to having you aboard. Everybody else, we're going to have an amazing, great show today. And I can't wait to talking about what's going to happen because we have a really busy morning. And, Friday is a bit different compared usually during the week because it's going to be a little bit open up today. We know the playoff NHL is going to start tomorrow. Boston are play against the Washington. And also Sunday night, I apologize, it's Panthers host the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm sure Michael is going to be ready. I believe he's going to be at the game. So thanks, Michael, to join the NHL bracket. And also, I know NHL joined the bracket. So what he's talking about, they are talking about this. Don't forget to join the Hockey Nation Live Show Bracket Challenge. You have to go to www.bracketchallenge.nhl.com/leagues and /970, or when they ask you to join a league, just said yes. And I want to be with Coach Frenchy from the Hockey Nation live show. That's what we're going to talk about during the day. So that's the reason I have a background about the bracket, honestly, for the show today. Glad to have, hi again, Mr. Jarmo Vertanen, directly from Finland. Always a pleasure to have you, Jarmo, to join us with NHL, Marco, and other people, Anthony, and I'm sure we're going to see Tim the Rock Gator some point. We're still looking for Gaken. We don't know what Gaken is anymore. And then we are pretty sure we're going to see Terry and Kim Pikula at the end of the show. So it would be interesting to see if Tim and Kim is going to, Terry and Tim and Kim is going to be joining us at some point. And I have a lot of things going on. First of all, we want to congrats the Colorado Avalanche to win the President Trophy this year. Finally, they did it. From the back door, I would say they have to win the last 5 games, and they have to beat the Vegas, and they did everything. So they are right now the number 1 team in NHL, win the President Cup. So congratulations to the Avalanche, Joe Sakic, and of course the coach, the head coach, Bratnar, and the rest of the players like McKinnon, Rantanen, Kruber, and all those kind of players. So I don't have to make the list, everything. So that's one happening. I have a couple of things. Right now I'm talking to you on my second here. I'm watching and listening Pierre Dorion press conference with Ottawa Senator. They have talking about happening a few minutes ago. They signed their defenseman Adam Zab, signed an extension of 2 years contract, a full amount of $5 million, AAV of $2.5 million. If you want to have comments about him, remember he came for the KHL as a free agent. Nobody really knew about him. He's 25, 26 years old. Scored 3 goals this year. 2 of the 3 is against the Montreal Canadiens. That's what I know. Really solid on defensive side. A little bit limited about his offensive side, right? But he bring a solid defenseman for the Ottawa Senator, where I think they need some better players for the upcoming season for sure. So that's happening a few minutes ago. So I just want to sharing with you about that one over there. Listen, we have a surprise for you because tonight we are back on the live stream at 8 o'clock. Preview NHL Playoff 2021. I'm going to talk about all this fun thing. We're going to follow up the game between Toronto tonight also. That's the last game for them. So I'm going to be live at 8 o'clock tonight. I'll be live tomorrow night, 7:15 for the first game playoff. But this is we want to talk about NHL. We want to talk about this. And then I have another big surprise because we're going to have our second ex-NHL players. Pierre-Alexandre Parenteau played many years with in NHL and with Islanders and Toronto, Montreal. He did a couple of teams. He's going to join us during the morning. The date is not confirmed, but we're going to get this in the next couple of days, so we'll let you know. So it's a great, jump for us to having him with us, and that's our second. And like you said the last time, please prepare your question. And he works right now with two things, something happening to him. First, he have a problem with alcohol, everything like that, so he struggled a lot. So he's 9 months right now recovery. So congratulations for PA. And the second thing is he worked with a concussion mindset, everything like that. So now he's a part of working with Sylvain McKinso, where they develop a program for the mindset of concussion for players, youth travel, players, everything like that. So we're going to talk about this with him, of course, his adventure with NHL. So it will be interesting. I can't wait to have a PA with us the next couple of weeks for sure. What's going on also about that? We have the score from last night. Minnesota lead 3-0 at the beginning of the first period, to be honest with you, and then 7 straight goal back from the St. Louis Blues yesterday, 7-3. It's not the way you want a team losing the last game like that to show up for the playoff. They're going to play against the Vegas Golden Knight and then St. Louis against Colorado. So that's the first game. The second game was Calgary beat the Vancouver Canucks 4-1. Those two teams are eliminated. And finally, the Colorado Avalanche to win the President Cup have to beat the Kings, and they did this a great fashion of the final score of 5-1. I did not complete my bracket yet. It's going to happening very soon. Carrie, welcome aboard. Carrie Tiperna. His son Rio played with me for 2 years, and now play for the Carolina Hurricanes and the USPHL. He had a great year last season with them. First year is going to return over there. And so I just want to mention about Rio, but welcome Carrie aboard with us for sure. Talking about signature. It's not like it's only the Stanley Cup, right? Final. It's not like every game, but it's the Stanley Cup. So if you get six goals per game, you expect 5 6 games. You multiply by 5 or 6. That would be the right way to do that. Talking about signature, we're going to go a couple of news around with John about what we try to do today. The New York Islanders announced today they signed Reese Newkirk as saying a 3 years ELC contract. What is an ELC? It's an entry-level contract all the rookies get. The Islanders select Newkirk in the 5th round and 147 round pick in the 2019 NHL draft. So that's another one news about that one over there. Yeah, just for the final, exactly, Jarmo. I just want to sharing with you about that, so be sure we have that one over there. I'm going to pronounce tonight my first prediction analyst of the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Montreal Canadiens. That will be the first one talking about that one over there. We talked about this yesterday. We're going to mention a little bit more about that. So round number 1 prediction analyst for the Tampa Bay Panthers. I did a video this morning. It's going to be live tonight. I have a busy day today, but you're going to get that one over there. And finally, I did my report card of all the Montreal Canadian players one by one. The video is done. I just need to put this online too. So that's another video. So you're going to get a couple of videos before the season, the playoff starts. So I'm not sure you're excited like me, but I am. I'm checking behind me, all the spot behind me, so I can wait to have that, talking about them also. So, Coach, what we're talking about today? I don't know what you want to talk about. That's not that one. Is it that one? No. I tried to find what I'm looking for. So maybe it's this one over there. I want to talk about today. Here we go. The Hockey Nation Live Show, Friday show. The good, the bad, and the ugly. What are you talking about, Coach? But today I want to talk about what it was good for teams, what it was good for players, or what it was a surprise for you, what it was bad where you think that team you already knew didn't make the playoff, or maybe you thought it was going to make the playoff, did not do it. And then really, what it was really ugly, who was the team was really bad. They have a bad year, you believe, and also for the players. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But again, today is overall. So we can talk about anything. You can ask question, anything about playoff, season, player, prospect, draft, Seattle Kraken, 32 years, team anymore. It's open up here. So you are welcome to start the conversation about this. That's what we're going to do for the next 45 minutes. Today we have a shutdown at 12. Busy day today here in the house and for the Hockey Nation Live Show. We return tonight at 8 o'clock. We're talking about the playoff, everything like that. So you're welcome to that. Michael Rosenblatt, I got Toronto in 5, Winnipeg in 6. Wow, Winnipeg beat the Edmonton. Colorado in 6 against St. Louis. Vegas in 7 against Minnesota. Pittsburgh in 5 versus the New York Islanders. Boston in 7 versus Washington. Carolina in 5 versus the Predator Nashville. And finally, the Florida Panthers in 6. And the winner of the Stanley Cup 2021, the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm just curious about Michael. Tell us who is the final finalist Stanley Cup. Also, you pick again the Carolina. Is Bryce good to go? That's a good question. First of all, let's jump in a little bit more about what's going on with Montreal Canadiens injuries. Price, Gallagher, Dano, Weber are all going to start the first game for the Montreal Canadiens next week. So, wait a minute, Coach. You said Dano? You said Gallagher? Wow. Wait a minute. Who's not going to play anymore? So my question to you is this. Michael Rosenblatt, I think Allen should start. I'll be honest with you. I disagree with you, but you're not wrong when you said that. But I think they will start with Carey Price for sure. The Panthers will win this cup. Joey Ramada. By the way, Joey, please sign up to join us on the Hockey Nation Live Show Bracket Challenge. Find a way to sign up. We are under the leagues called 970, or you can look in for Hockey Nation Live Show. That would be great, Joey, to having you for sure. Panthers win. Gators, welcome aboard. Glad to having you over there today. Joey Ramada, Carter Verhey, the playoff MVP of the I'm sure Michael and Tim will be happy to hear that about that one over there. Let's jump in a little bit more. The injuries for them now. On the flip side, this morning I watched also the Florida Panthers practice with the lineup. Sergei Popovsky is going to be the goaltender number 1, starting for the Panthers. Which line will play versus Matthews line? Tata, Dano, and Gallagher. Alexis Dubuc, bienvenue, welcome aboard. Glad to having you. Dixie Enormous, Bennett is going to be the MVP. A good choice. But I will give it to you. But is not going to be the Sam Bennett at the end of the day. But it's a good pick. Where is Michael Devellano? Michael Devellano is in New York right now. He's going to be there for the weekend, traveling. So I don't know he will show up. I did not hear from him. I don't think so. He's busy right now, so we're not going to see him only next Monday. Barkov will be the MVP. Barkov is MVP in the Tampa series. Jarmo, Cater. Can we give you claps on that one, or we give you something else? Jamo, but then Carolina versus Florida. So we're talking about, we have a lot of fans for the Florida everything right now on the board. Who's going to get out of the... Yes, sir. We're streaming tonight, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We'll be live talking about playoff. I will not say anything. I will not want to... I'm going to be around, but possible we get someone join me at some point talking about hockey. But not sure if it's possible or not. I will let you know. Who win the Central Division this year? By the way, we're going to start, not that one over there, but it's... Colorado win the cup, and I think Rantanen for Connie Smythe. For Florida, I will give it this to you. You deserve this, Jarmo. It's a good pick. For Florida to win, we need to Huberdeau and Barkov. Let's see this year, not last year. Huberdeau, Barkov in the playoff. Yep, I'm going to be live streaming tonight. Michael Rosenblatt, Carolina. Michael Rosenblatt, Colorado versus Carolina in finals. Yep. Yep. I agree with you. I agree with you. But maybe not who's going to win. But, yep, that's what I believe is going to be the final there. But yeah, always a surprise during the playoff. And, you know, now it's not there anymore. I think I changed it. But talking about the playoff, the Sunshine State shut down, round number 1 is going to start. If you want to talk about that series, please, let's talking about this if you want to. Caters, you deserve this. Everything possible. Always a underdog, surprise someone. I just don't see Canes do that. Now, maybe Nashville can push back Carolina a little bit longer. I just feel Canes are so strong on all area. Can we talk about another subject? You can talk about anything this morning, Alexi. It's an open conversation today. And again, I would back and forth with you because it's a Friday and we just got to get there. Rats are going to fly on Sunday at the BBD Center. Maybe Tixie or Michael or Tim can tell me. I think they push back. Is it the limit 8,000 people, 9,000 people? I saw something this morning. Maybe it's round number 2. They open up full capacity in the building. Am I right or wrong? I spoke with a couple of people. I went to the private lesson yesterday. I did. And many people told me they are going to the game. So it'll be interesting to see that for sure. 9,000 people in the building. Can we see 9,000 people there? Or not be surprised. That'd be great to see 9,000 people at first game. A lot of excitement in Florida, South Florida. I can looking left and right, and I can see that, you know, to do that, everything. I think I have... yeah, Carrie, I agree with you about that one also. I think we're going to get that one. Not allowed, Alexi. I'm busy. I private listen all afternoon. I have to create 2 video, live stream tonight. Preparation, my prediction for other series. Live stream tomorrow night. Live stream morning, 11 o'clock. This weekend, because it's a playoff, so we're going to be live stream. I did not mention this to you, but we are back tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday live because it's a playoff, and then we have 3 games Sunday, and then Monday, and it's always like this. The next 10, 12 days for the Hockey Nation Live show is about boom, 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 boom. Which stream tonight is the same thing we are here right now on the Hockey Nation Live show YouTube channel. We're going to talk about the playoff and also talking about the game. They have the last game of the season, Toronto Maple Leafs. So we go to streaming Sunday night. The game, the Panthers. We'll go to stream those games. I think I'm missing the beginning Tuesday night, that game. And unfortunately, Thursday, the Panthers play the same, I believe, the same night like Montreal Canadiens. So I cannot go jumping on both. But we'll follow up every series all night. I'm going to stream that game like I said, I'm going to watching the game Toronto and talking about Toronto in the playoff. That's what the purpose of the 8 o'clock tonight. We want to be sure we're strong for the rest of the playoff. We try to do every game we can to bring you everything, stat, graphics, and players, everything like that. The update, everything we can. They play game 2 on Wednesday. You're absolutely right about that. So they play Sunday. Is it Sunday, Monday, or they play Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, right? They go back-to-back game. I'm right? I should open up the schedule. Here's my winner of the Sunshine State Series. The winner are the Tampa Bay Lightning and 7. I finally concluded this last night after I checked everything. For me, Joey, of course, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Panthers is going to be old school hockey for me. That's the one can go switching. I check really, I analyze everything. And the only reason I pick up them and 7 is because the experience of the playoff. That's it. But 188 goal versus 180 goal, 145 goal again versus 151 goal again. The selection of the Panthers goaltending could be a problem. I think that series is going to swing to one side, to another side, to shifting to another side. It's going to be very interesting about that. But for me, that's the first one over there. My second one will be really, really, really for me. It's the Toronto-Montreal Canadiens. Why? Because the Toronto have the team has the most pressure in the playoff. Why you said that, Coach? They built that team to win the Stanley Cup. They cannot pass the round number 1. Montreal, don't look Montreal the last 15 games where they look like. What are you talking about? They are exhausted. They are dead. They play 24 games in 43 days. They are the team play the most games since March 30. They play because they have to play, but they did not play the level they should play. With all the injuries back, that team is different. They can beat Toronto? They can beat, but I don't know if they will. But they're going to give a lot of good run to Toronto, I'm pretty sure. That will be a series about that. Vegas, Minnesota. Can Minnesota be where they are against Vegas? If you have surprise at that, all this board behind me right now, the surprise could be Minnesota. Get her you strong on 5 for Florida. I would be curious about why you said 5. I'm just curious about that. What make you said, you know what, they were going to go through Tampa and 5? When Columbus won and Tampa Bay in the playoff, Kishore lost nerve to Nitivara and got suspended, I can recall. I'm not sure it was Nitivara. being honest with you, but I remember that incident. And is that the one they lost 4-0 or the one before that? Joey, I think Panthers, because the Panthers have played well against Tampa and Vest number are not good against the Panthers. Plus, CANVA is a really good coach. I'll help answer. It's a good statement here. It's a great point. But again, that series was shit. That's yeah, exactly. Without Steven and um, professionally, I believe they would be ready. Now, I'm a little bit more concerned about Kisharov. Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about him versus Stamkos. But that would make the difference. All right, Michael. Yep. You have two ways to see Tampa Bay. They cheated or they were smart. If I know NFL, yeah, I know NFL. Can I know all the players? No. Can I need a team? Yes. Then I follow them barely, but I can talk about NFL. Yeah, Michael, they will have something will happen about that one over there. I feel like they can have a salary cap for the year and then playoff. Everybody get their everybody else. You know what I mean? I think it's not fair at some point. But I agree with you because now I think it was what $12 million, $17 million more, and the salary cap when they started game number one. The Boston Bruins. First, the team I don't like. Sorry, Carrie. Sorry, Rio. Sorry, women family. But as a result, we take Washington. But you never know. I feel Washington, if they play at the level they should play, they will beat Boston. I just feel Boston, they will need a little bit more help on the bottom of their lineup, right? And then how they're going to act on the defensive, right? It's going to be on the flip side, Washington is the goaltending situation, could be a problem. The offensive is there. Now the defensemen have to step up and Shara have to play better. What do you see? I know, Carrie, I saw that. I knew. So my answer to you would be Washington in 6. And this series going 7. I think Boston going to get that one. But I will go with Washington. But that's the problem, right? You talk about, like, if you check Florida Panthers and the Panthers, you check all three. Who has the better forward? Who has the better defenseman? I think defense is Lightning. Forward, pretty even. And then goaltending, I think Vasilevsky is better. J'avais Boston to win it. I agree with you. Kept our depth through their entire lineup at physical. And I didn't mention about that one. You're absolutely right, Joy. The physicality could play a play. I'm curious about what Tom Wilson is going to go to do that series. Again, he's jumping in the butt of Brett Marchand. How Marchand is going to be distracted. How Shaw is going to act against his ex-players. He's going to be hard on them. He's going to no friends anymore. That would be interesting to see that. But Boston need help from Richie, Charlie Coy, Jake DeBrusque. Those bottom 6 they need. How Taylor Hall is going to act in the playoff? That's another question. We're not worried about the top 3, right? We know Marchand, Bergeron, and Pastrnak can do every time. After that, Frenchy with Taylor Hall, we know that. But after that, the prospect is coming. We start to do that pretty soon. We are looking around right now. I'm still checking everything, taking note about some people. But the prospect, it will come this week and the next 10 days, all about NHL beginning of the first round. And then after that, it dropped, right? 16 team to 8 team, easier. And then to 4 team, it's easier. And then we have to hit the prospect because that's the draft. That's Seattle Kraken. We have to go all resume each team. We have to go who's going to be exposed of the Kraken. Everything like that. Frank Zalazar. He's in the house today. Always a pleasure to have our friend Frank in the house. And you're always welcome. Thank you so much to be here. Stop by during a busy day like you have. So thanks again. I have a question for me. Are some terrific the line or playoff you went to almost in the universe? I have a question, one question for me. Yeah, so the philosophy of the referee, he's always been at the playoff, they let it go a little bit more, right? And you're going to see a little bit more open up for the referee. Maybe not at the beginning, but you're going to see they will let it go more. Um, I'm curious about swimming. It would be in the series. It's a strange year, right? Because a lot of goaltender jump. Like usually you have about 80 goaltending, 85 being used during the season. This year we're over. That's crazy. 100 goaltender. Absolutely right, Jermo, about that. That would be his friend about everything. Gator, Boston winning 6. It's not an easy series. Um, when you talk about, and if you look the board behind me, I want to see what kind of team will play the New York Islanders. I want to see Montreal Canadiens, what kind of team they're going to be, right? And cap and 6, yeah, it makes sense to me. And then after that, you go in the board. I'm not worried about, like Minnesota, how they going to play. I don't see St. Louis create a lot of damage over there. I don't see that. And then Winnipeg. The key for Winnipeg for me is Nikolai Heller. He was considered, from what I heard, hopefully. He was not confirmed. Hopefully. So we'll see what Winnipeg going to play against Edmonton. All right, that's the reality, right? I'll be honest with you. You should go with, and I deserve. You deserve this because that's going to be where my pick over there, close to that number, and that's the like we love our team, but we have to be smart. That's awesome, Frank. You have no reason you don't take the Panthers. You have no reason don't take it. Toronto in 5. Yeah, you take Toronto, I'm agree with you. You should. But can the Toronto choke again? Imagine if Toronto lose against Montreal. This is the first time they play each other in 1979. This rivalry is going to grow and build with game number 2, game number 3. If Montreal can slip the first game, you never see a storm in Toronto and the social media. You guys, many of you are more American and, you follow football and, like you see the rivalry in football, college, or something like that. Montreal, Toronto, tell you right now, if Montreal beat the first game, Toronto, go to Toronto, Sportnet, TSN, and check the social media. They're going to fire Dubas, the coach, the goaltender, Tavares, Marner, Matthew, they go to fire everybody. The mentality of the blood of the people in Toronto are like that. It's all great, and the next day it's all bad. Montreal's a little bit like that too. If Ovechkin is healthy, right, and then the rest of the team is healthy, a situation with Kuznetsov, what happening, I don't know yet. So it'll be interesting. Jarmo, you're absolutely right. Until they prove it, they did not prove it yet. But that's the reason they pick Spezza, Thornton, they bring DJ Brody, right? The situation, the goaltending is a little bit what Ottawa is. Not Ottawa, Florida. They would start with Sergei Proporski, but I don't know how long they would keep him over there. Toronto, same thing. I believe it's going to start with Jack Campbell. I don't know how long he would be there. Montreal start with Carey Price. I don't know how long he'll be there. Right? Edmonton start with Mike Smith. They was stuck with him. Winnipeg, they was stuck with Alibak. Colorado, Gruber. St. Louis, Bennington. Vegas, be interesting. Fleury start. I'm not sure after that. Minnesota should be all Talbot. You know what I mean? Like Islanders, Varlamov, I believe, sure. Pittsburgh, can Jerry be ready for the playoff? Boston, Rask, can we see swimming? Yeah, but on the flip side, Jarmo, we have Perry, Stahl, right? So, and Weber. I would not be surprised if they keep Byron, Evans, and here's how I would play this game, me. I would play Evans, Lekanen, Biron against Tavares line. I will keep Zuski, Anderson, Toffoli against their third line, and then I will play 4 versus 4. I'll be honest with you, for all of you, right? I'm not an expert in hockey. I really not an expert. I know like I have maybe knowledge in hockey, right? I maybe know coaching style, everything like that, right? But I'm not an expert, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you. Every game extra after 4, 5, 6, the Toronto feel pressure. If they go and it's 2-1, they have to win the next game. If it's 2-2, they need to win the third game to win. And that will feel the pressure. And you never know who can step up on each series. One thing we can do, DVA mechanics, so welcome aboard. Let's go jumping that way. Why not to go each series and give me a name or a player is going to be the MVP or the X factor of that series. All right, so let's start with the bottom right on the Central Division. The Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Florida Panthers. Who do you believe is going to be the X factor of that series? You have to start with Carey Price. My question said, what do you do with Cole Caulfield? What do you do with Kokanemi? What do you do with Tatar? What do you do with Bob Piron? What do you do with Eric Stahl? I just give you 5 players, and you have to cut 2 of them. That will be a shock and completely shock over there. Sam Bennett, the MVP of the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers. And again, guys, you can give me another series. We don't have to go only specific. We can open up. I just want to sharing some things so we can talking about subject. Sasha Barkov, the MVP of the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers. Jarmo, Patrick Orvis. You guys, you pick all Panthers. He make everyone crazy. Yep. A bit what Pat Maroon's going to do with Florida Panthers. I think the Panthers have to be control their emotion to have to be sure. The key of that one, I don't know. I think Joey said that earlier, or maybe Tim. The key of that is Joel Canville for the Florida Panthers. He's been there. He can explain to the players what he takes. Taylor Hall for Boston Series, Washington. Good pick over there, Frank. You deserve it. We can jump in on any series. After that, I said that. I think it will be overall. Maybe someone don't want to talk about Colorado. I just feel like we have more people from Florida Panthers here right now. But we can talk about any series, jumping on everything. That'd be great. I don't know what's NHL. I can't wait to see him. Panthers have so many underrated players and a number of clutch players like Frank Vanetro. Right, he scored 18 goals. Alan Winberg scored 18 goals. Right? The player you don't know, Anthony Duclair, he can be there. Tuukka Rask, Boston Series, Washington. Panthers need to make a lot of blood and get under their head. Yep, very good. We just get, friends, 100 message today on the Restream chat. Congratulations, this is our biggest live stream of the year with 12 people aboard. Thank you so much for each one of you to be here to join us this morning. I said this show, it's not about the guy you see in front of you and the screen. I have nothing to do here. The show is because each one of you bring comments, talking, open up. That's to make this, talking each other. That's make the beautiful, great show in the morning at 11 o'clock or when we do live stream tonight. Boston, Trent Frederick tried to go after Wilson Ovi. Do you have a couple of players? But at the end of the day, I think they would not worry about if it was Washington. Edmonton, Winnipeg, Max Sheffley. They have a really difficult time, Sheffley, the last 10 games. Honestly, they win, 3 of the last 12 games. Would be interesting to see that. If he's not scratched, yeah, he have a very difficult time, Frederick. If you check his stat, he's really, really cold, to be honest with you. I'm not sure he would play anyway. That's a good point here about that one. For sure. Kyle Connor, Blake Wheeler. Wheeler have been out recently. Absolutely right. Wheeler got 4 points the last game. Doing well over there. Kyle Connor have a great year also with the Winnipeg Jets. Mika Rantanen for the Colorado Avalanche against St. Louis Blues. Yep. The goalies are the MVP. Absolutely. It's a good point here too. And don't forget, subscribe to our Hockey Nation live show, bracketchallenge.nhl.com. Join us, and when you sign up, when you register, please look for Hockey Nation live show. Michael Rosenblatt for the Vegas, Minnesota. Jonathan Marchesso. Good pick. But you are wrong because it's going to be that series, Vegas against Minnesota. I expect Mark Stone have an amazing, great series over there. Oh, Joey. Here we go, Joey. You deserve that one. Yeah. Got it, Joey. Great job. Howe is pretty good over there. Kirill, he was my pick if it's Minnesota win. You can also go that way. If Tampa Bay win, who is? If Florida win, you can go that way. Guys, we open up here. Great about that, Joey. I agree with you. Michael Rosenblatt, Crosby. You know, Pittsburgh is the team is really, really, and really. You have one team inside that board right now. You have to be careful. it's Pittsburgh. I believe Pittsburgh can create a lot of damage on that this year. They've been there, well coached. Their key problem for me is their defensemen. That's what they're going to be their key problem. But they have a solid team. You know, that West Division, that's not easy. For all the board right there, I believe the most difficult is the West Division. Colorado, Vegas, Minnesota. Right? On the North, you know, Winnipeg struggled the last 15 games. Montreal struggled the last 15 games. So, watch out for Kevin Fiala. You have a great second half of the season, to be honest with you. We talk always about Kaprizov, everything like that. Fiala have a great run the last 20 games with them. He starts slow at the beginning, but he pick it up for sure. Toffoli, Toronto can score, and Toffoli score to win 2-1. Do you believe there will be low score? That I'm not sure. If Nashville upset Carolina, the MVP is Zaros. Absolutely right with you about that one, Michael. If Carolina win, Doug Hamilton and Nene Jovic. That's we did not talk about this. Who do you start? Marek or Nedeljkovic? Great question. Both of them have an amazing, great year. But if Carolina win, I'm surprised everybody this morning. Martin Necas. I really think Necas have a great year. Talk about underrated and a player can surprise. And don't forget Terovenen. He just came back and he's doing well over there with Vnevnikov and Howe. But Howe is a great pick over there. Bredamo like him a lot. The number prove he's good. So it'll be interesting to see him jumping on that. Here we go. You're absolutely right. It's not a bad point, but the way the NHL build or think, they always go with the veterans, and then after that they go with the youngest. It's easier to cut a veterans after a bad performance cut right away at the beginning. Like, people asking me, is it Eric Stahl start, or is it Kokanemi, or is it Cole Caulfield out? For what I know, they will say to start, you go to start. Because Eric Stahl is not what he's going to bring on the ice. He will barely play 12 minutes, 13 minutes. He does not produce with Montreal. What Eric Stahl is going to do is in the room, in the locker room, and on the bench, talking to the kids, talking to players. Now, if Eric Stahl look bad, now you can remove a veteran out and bring the young after that. That's what I expect Marek score start. Overall, he's better. He have a good year. And Nashville are, I don't like to say that. It's just I don't trust the coach over there. Mike Devellano don't like him a lot. I like him, Heinz, but Nashville, to win that series, have to be perfect hockey. They need Forsberg. They need Ryan Johansson. They need Duchesne. They need Granlund. They need Hosey. They need Ellis. They need everybody step up. Better what we saw. And they don't do that, it will not happen. Listen, that's the way we do this. It's how it works in hockey. You need those guys on the bench. You need those guys in the locker room. You need those guys. They've been there. They know how they win. That's why I picked Tampa Bay against Panthers. If I'm wrong, I'll be happy. I love the Panthers. That's why I cheer. But at the end of the day, I go with the sense, the logic of hockey. They have to be that way, Michael. I agree. I think you talk about the Nashville. Absolutely right. You talk about the second best power play after Edmonton. They are the best goal again after Vegas. You talk about this. Tell you right now, the Carolina guys, if you want to put money on Vegas, put Carolina there with Colorado. I'm glad Michael Rosenblatt, you learned so much from me. Just kidding. You do so great. I'm proud of you, buddy. Colorado and Vegas. Colorado and 5, Vegas and 5. I would not be surprised. I just a little bit Minnesota, how they go to react with adversity. I did not like what I saw yesterday. Now, I did not look the roster, who played, did not play, but be there. Shane Salman, welcome aboard, buddy. You think Price will bounce back in the playoff? I'm a little bit nervous about how he's going to act at the first game. He did not see puck for a couple of weeks. Now he's on the training for the last 10 days, 2 weeks. But a game, it's not a practice, or practice is not a game. But if you have one player, you don't have to be worried. A quality like Price, Kucherov, everything like that, that's what I believe. He will find his point, and he will find a way to be who he is. But again, you never know. Is it Carey Price of playoff last year, or is it Carey Price we saw at the beginning of the season? That's what my concern about him. Joey, when we talk about perfect, they have to elevate their game. That's my point. They need to get better. They need more support. That's my point. Yeah. The only thing, Jamo, I did not like, they lead 3-0 and then they gave 7 goals back. Now, those games, it was no signification on anybody, right? So a little bit what Edmonton did against Montreal. They went 4-3, but McDavid play only 15 minutes, everything like that. So we cannot thinking that way too much about that. Kidder Tim. Vegas and 6, great pick over there. Colorado and 5, I like it. Oilers and 4. Here we go. I'm teasing you, buddy, but I don't think so, Oilers. I'll be one team, Here's my question for each one of you. Who do you think you know what I mean? Like, do you really believe Mike Smith is going to be the Mike Smith we see all year long? Do you really believe Mike Smith can hang in there as the best goaltender at his age? That would be my concern about Edmonton. Not worry about McDavid and the rest. I'm concerned about that one over there. Toronto and 5. I'm not be surprised, kid, Tim, about that. Rio Tiperna, welcome aboard, buddy. I will see you a little bit later. Coach, the Bruins have all the necessary players to beat everyone. That's the tradition. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you. The culture of Boston Bruins, the tradition of the Boston Bruins, make them better. That's who they are. They don't work and play hockey with the name in the back. They have one thing. It's all about the B in front. That's what they work. Blue-collar team, working hard, and make the people around you better. That's been always the Boston Bruins. They know in the adversity challenge, they can step up, go through. I would not be surprised. I don't think so. See them far, but I would not be surprised. I believe if they can through the first round, they can go second round and winning too. After that, I don't think so. But they can shock Washington. I don't think so. Pittsburgh can play against Boston. Edmonton in 6. Then after that, McDavid, Russell are tired. I don't know who they are, but You check Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner played 23 minutes, 24 minutes per game. Again, Montreal, Edmonton, because I do all the stats on both teams. I see Tressel and McDavid play 25, 26, 27 minutes. It's almost like you travel A level and you play two line. So every time, every two shifts, McDavid is on your face. Marner is like that. Guys, the playoff is another series. It's completely different. The way they play, the space on the ice, the physicality of the game, the mindset of the game, the controlling what you can control, the swing of momentum, the recovery. Now, this year is different. But again, it's all the kind that. Joey, I like that. I think Mike Smith can be pretty steady through the first round. That's my concern about him. Joey, you nail it. That's my concern about him. Now, remember last year, Kudubin for the dollar style put me wrong all the way. I never thought Kudubin, he can hang in there. The guy is like a bubble gum. The guy is like the Bartolo Colon and baseball. He's not in shape. He looked like he's not like the equipment make him a big belly. He struggled to move the left and right, but he stopped the puck. That's what Tortorella always said. John Tortorella said, I don't care who you are, but your job is to stop the puck. Stop with your head, stop with your back, stop with whatever you want to stop. But don't let the freaking puck behind you. And that's what Kudubin did last year. I'm not sure about Mike Smith. If you play against Mike Smith, I'll give you a tips. I would say to one of my player 4 line, you're going to jump in the crease. You're going to skate in the crease. And every time you stop the puck and you have a little bit, 2-3 players around him, jump there and touch him. He have a fragile mindset. He can switch his mindset from cold to hot and steamy. And when he gets steamy, it will affect his play. That's what I believe he could be an X factor for him. Anybody want to read something, anything before we leave, we jump? We have a busy schedule today. I want to keep the time for everybody. So, and on that side, I agree with you. You nail it again. You have, Eskinen, Glenberg, Oleschak, and Lindell versus Edmonton. But I'll be honest with you. Do not nurse pretty good. The Barry is a one side. Adam Larson played very well. I'm not sure what he's going to do with Russell Kulikov. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. I believe Popovsky start the first game, but his lash is going to be short. He have to perform to keep his job, his net, all the way. But that's the way. That's what Corey Perry is. And that's why Corey Perry is a big element over there. I can't wait to see him against Wayne Simons. And the one he will bark to everybody else. How Boston going to respond to him. Right? So that's the point where I am right now. Not a problem, Jarmo. I understand tonight because you're late. It's not a big deal. Try to catch up tomorrow at 11 o'clock. If you want to know, guys, we are back tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. We do a special weekend playoff. That's what we're going to do. We'll live stream tonight, p.m. Tomorrow night, 7:15. Sunday night, pre-show, Panthers, Lightnings. Then we live stream the game completely, and we do also Sunday morning. So that gives you an idea what we are. Bobby is number one until he don't lose it. I be honest with you. Joel Canville is really short. If he see Popovsky struggle, example, he lose 5-2. Chris Traeger is going to be there. So my point to you, those goaltenders, they're going to lose their net because of their performance. So that would be very interesting about that one over there. You know what I mean? So that would be one you have to figure out. So I think, I don't know. Michael, he maybe not here anymore. Dixie's maybe not here. I know, Tim, you're here. But my question to you would be, do you believe the team play better? Or tell me, do you believe the team play better when Chris in the back or Sergey? That's what would be my question. And I'm not sure. I did not watch enough game. I watched the game, but not like you guys. Here we go. I would not be surprised. I was expect that answer. You know what I mean? Montreal Canadiens play different. One is Carey Price versus Jake Allen. Listen, Bobrovsky, right? He's the winner of a 2 Vezina Trophy. Bobrovsky eliminated Tampa. The one was 4-0. And the year before that, Bobrovsky was solid in Columbus. He was hot between game 12 to game 26 for Panthers. Then he struggled after that. But I'll be honest with you, the only reason the Panthers win this year and they finish second, Chris Traeger. That's why the Seattle Kraken is going to pick it up. That's why he's going to be there. You know, this guy was in the East Coast Hockey League a couple of years ago. That, you're absolutely right on that one. You deserve that one. Or maybe this one. Good job, Tim. Anybody else want to add something? You know what I mean? I want to give a time for everybody to not extend too much. We know this week we extend a little bit more. Pav Lally, welcome aboard, buddy. Hopefully you sign up on the subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your first time I see you here, welcome aboard. They have the top best 3 coach and the board we have behind me. I really believe he's one of the top over there, for sure. I think for the playoff, he's the one can readjust. He can changing. He can switching. He can read it. He can create what they are missing. Without him, I would say to you right away, 10.5 maybe. But with him, he can push the series to 7, and he can also make the Panthers winning them a little bit earlier. That's all Joey Canville. He's been there. He's a winner of 3 Stanley Cup. You can talk about Patrick Kane and Crawford, everybody, but he's the guy running everything behind the bench. He's the guy who can control everything. That's the reason why the Panthers have a good year too. Vegas versus Penguins. By the way, Pav, if you want to, don't forget to join us. Again, everybody, is the last more time. Hockey Nation Live Show. bracketchallenge.nhl.com/leagues.970. Looking for Hockey Nation Live Show. Vegas versus Penguins. It's not a bad pick. Listen, I don't see Toronto there. I don't see Montreal there. I don't see Winnipeg there. I don't see Edmonton there. I see Colorado, Vegas, Carolina, and that East division. The 4 team over there can win that crazy division. And Pittsburgh could be the one I cannot be surprised. It's not a bad pick. I think I opened my eyes a bit better. You opened my eyes, guys, more to think about Pittsburgh this morning. I need to get a little bit more deeper, get a little bit more search. I will have time until Sunday. It could happen. But at that board, Florida can surprise everybody, I believe. Pittsburgh can surprise because everybody thinking about Carolina, Vegas, Colorado. You're absolutely right, pal. You deserve it, buddy. Here we go. You deserve it. And Boston can get out of this. I think on paper, at the beginning of the year, Washington was number one. I did not like what Islanders did for the last 10 games. Since they lost Anders Lee, I think they struggled. Varlamov don't have the same number at the end of the year compared to the beginning of the year. I think Barzal good, but not good. Pouvillier play better, but I don't think so. Palmieri and Travis Zajac pick it up where they're missing Anders Lee. So they would need more from the bottom. Matt Martin and those kind of physicality at the bottom, and then Pajot have to step up more. What the rookies going to do over there? Then Wallstrom play. We know they are solid as defensemen, but they need them to step up and the goaltender to be great. So it'll be very interesting. Nelson have a good last year, have a really good playoff last year. Josh Bailey have a great year. Can those second line step up? That's the question there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I followed them so much last year. I've been a really big fan of Barry Trotz because of Mitch Korn. That's another subject. We can talk about this. But again, like we give out 2 more minutes. And by the way, if you show up at the last minute, we wait for Terry and Kim Bikula show up this morning to stop everything. But I want to mention to you, we are going to have our second ex-NHL join us the next couple of weeks. Pierre-Alexandre Parenteau, play for the Montreal Canadiens, New York Islanders, and the Toronto, and a couple of more teams going to join us a morning and talking about his life as a hockey player, but also his after life, after the hockey NHL, how he struggled, everything like that. And he talk about, say he works now about for the concussion, for the youth players, everything like that. So can't wait to see him with us, with Michael Devellano and us. And we have right now Turner Stevenson talk about with Brent Savage, Scott Gomez to join us. We spoke with Dale Weiss this week. Possible Dale Weiss join us some point. And I'm searching to get more ex-NHL player guys for you. You can talk with them. That's what we try to do so we grow. And again, like I said at the end of this show is great because of you, not because of me. I have nothing to do. It's because of you. So thanks again, everybody, to be here. We wish you an amazing, great weekend. Listen, we wait this playoff time since, at least for me, the last month. I really believe I struggled watching the same team night after night. I love hockey, but I think it's time right now to start the real season of the year. Right now, tomorrow night, first game, Washington, Boston. Let's get ready for that. I wish good luck for each of you, favorite team you want to. And again, join our bracket challenge. Be back tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock a.m. And I'll be back Saturday night, 7:15. And again, Sunday I'll be back again. So thanks again, everybody. I appreciate a lot each one of you. And like we do at the end of each video, remember, you have what, coach? We have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great Friday. Bonne journée, mes amis. On se reparle plus tard. And have an amazing, great weekend. See you later. Enjoy. Great. Oh, by the way, let's start this way because I think I want to do this every time. The third star of the day, Michael Rosenblatt. The second star, Team Together. And the first star, Joey Rameta. Yes, Shane, I can do that for you. Look about that one over there. Hold on, let me check if I have it. Not that one. It's this one maybe. Here we go. Can you do a screenshot with your phone? Or maybe you text up, comment shift number 3. Take your screenshot and you can have it. Or if you sign up at the bracket challenge, go there. They will ask you a question. Join the league or create a league. Click on join the league. We don't have no password. You go straight and look for Hockey Nation live show or the league number 970. That's the way to join this part, and that's the way to do it. So that will maybe helping you about to find us again. Thanks, Michael. Look forward to see you. Have a great game Sunday night. If you cannot see you before that, again, thank you so much, everybody. Have an amazing, great day. Look forward to see you next time.